I don't want to wait. And if I trust myself more than the ones I face, if I feel like the universe ain't got nothing on me, I could swallow it whole, chew it up with my teeth. Name any game and I'll win it 'cause I can. Success in my genes, baby, I don't need a plan. Found some retrospect sucks, so I'm never giving a fuck. No, I say what I think, do nothing. Never made any travel so far just to find a home. We're like years apart, but I won't lose hope. There's more to the stars than the things we know. I feel in my heart that I'm not alone. When darkness surrounds us, where do we go? I can't hear a sound, not even my own. But I feel in my heart that I'm not alone. We are intergalactic. You wanna come at me? I'm not the one you see. Only one guarantee, I chose my destiny. Just to find a home. We're like years apart, but I won't lose hope. There's more to the stars than the things we know. I feel in my heart that I'm not alone. When darkness surrounds us, where do we go? I can't hear a sound, not even my own. But I feel in my heart that I'm not alone. We are intergalactic. Oh oh. Oh oh. Intergalactic. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, "Son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes." La 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 diddy da, la la diddy da da da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright. Now John at the bar is a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free, and he's quick with a joke or to light a pure smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, "Bill, I believe this is killing me," as the smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place. Oh la 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 diddy da, la la diddy da da da. Now Paul is a real estate novelist who never had time.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome. Good to be back. Good to see ya. Yeah. Hello. with a nice rain, calm day ahead of us, or night maybe. Yeah, we are gonna keep on working with making props and assets. I just spent some time in the workshop checking out everything that's been made up until now, how it's printed, how it's going, and yeah, I'm very excited. They're starting to look very well. Right now the microphone is still printing. We made a microphone on our last stream. It took a while. It's been a while with that, but I really like how it ended up looking. And yeah, right now it's in the printer. It's gonna be printing for I think the next 3 hours or so. I started the print about 2 hours ago, so it's gonna take a little while, but soon it's gonna be set for, it's gonna finish printing, and let's see how well it does. I'm also printing at the same time the little question mark we also did last time. So yeah, that's what we've been up to lately. And I'm just gonna wait a little longer just to see if anyone is able to join in. Usually Saturdays are a little bit slower because there's not that much people around, but it's fine. I like to make the streams anyway because I enjoy working and sharing stuff with people, talking, even if it's just talking to a wall. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we've been doing lately. The harpoon is looking great. I really like how the harpoon is going. The skulls are also okay. I really want to start painting on those, but it's been very rainy here, so the rain stops me from... I want the first coat of paint to actually be simple spray paint, and I cannot really go outside and put the spray paint on because, well, yeah, the rain's not gonna let me apply the spray paint and let it dry outside. I need the rain to stop for at least a couple of hours just so I can apply that first coat of paint to both our harpoon, our little evil harpoon, and our skulls. And what else have we made? Those are the ones that we've got already set, but we also have now the mic that is currently printing. We got the mic, and we got... what else have we got? Our mic, and... well, the question mark too. So yeah, both of those. I still need to clean up and cut out some pieces, but everything's ready for printing soon enough, or for painting soon enough. However, yeah, I need to see if the climate could get a little bit better for me to paint. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to lately. That's how everything's been going. We officially have our first animation date set, so very excited to tell you, everyone, that we are going to have our official first animation stream next Saturday. So I have already the space booked. I just need to start working on, setting up lights. That's what I'm going to be working on Monday, probably, most likely. And besides that, on Monday, yeah, we're going to be still working and setting up everything up here, or down here. And maybe then our regular streams of next week we could spend in the workshop, I don't know. Probably painting assets. I'll sort it out and on the go. And yeah, so that's about it for now, how everything's going, all the news, the updates. It's been a crazy week. I ended up streaming all week, which was actually fun. I thought it would be a little bit tiring, but no, it was fine. There were a couple of streams that we had to simply kill because I was having a lot of connection issues, but it seems like that got sorted out, which I find really helpful. So now that we don't have that, well, I'm getting distracted with this song. And yes to me. So yeah, so we're having our first animation stream next Saturday. I'm very excited for that. I've already got a couple of plans of what we're gonna do. You can also suggest anything if you want me to animate any particular clip or bit from Evil. There's probably a lot of different bits that I don't know yet that maybe would be a fun animation. I had some really cool ideas from Dolphin, which were really nice. And other than that, we've been working on that. We're setting everything for that. We're gonna be working. I think we're gonna be needing at least 2 animation streams. Also, I'm not sure what we're gonna do in the middle of those. We're gonna have to wait. I don't think we're gonna be able to do animation streams during the week because the space tends to be very busy and moving, and there's a lot of people running around. And Saturdays is the most chill day for me. I don't have to manage too many things. I only need to focus on I don't need to get very stressed with everything else. I just need to focus on animating, and I can concentrate, and I feel like I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need to really focus and really get in there and start working. Spend the right amount of time. Animation is really cool and it's really fun, and it can make really interesting things, but it is a very slow process. So I feel like even if we spend the all day working on it, which, by the way, now that I think about it, there's I think a limit to how long a stream can be in YouTube, but we can bypass that anyway. But yeah, we can stream for a while. We can make our animation streams, which are gonna be fun. But yeah, Saturday is the best for having the whole day to keep on working and not losing focus, not needing to get any unnecessary pauses, because yeah, there are a lot of little issues that can arise from taking pauses or having to take a break, or I don't know, balance issues with Puppet or with props or with the rigs. It gets interesting, but yeah, that's why we are gonna have to focus on that later on, or well, once we get there. But in the meantime, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the streams in the middle of the week. But we could figure it out. It depends on space. I would need to see what sort of space is available. Maybe we go to a workshop, even though I'm not sure what we're going to be doing there. Or maybe we could just end up working on, I don't know, maybe doing something on the computer, even though I'm not sure what. Maybe we could just have more of a chill time and sort of have a more relaxed streams, maybe play a couple of games. There are a couple of games or videos that we talked about earlier, well, a couple of streams ago. So maybe we could play some of those. Maybe we could watch some animation and talk about some secrets and tricks and finding out little details hidden in different stop-motion animation. I really like doing that. Well, I don't know. In the meantime, I guess we can get to work tonight. So let's see, what can we do today? Alright, so let's go to our window, our Maya window, from which we've been working lately on all our little props and things. So I'm gonna take you there in a minute. Let me just prepare everything, blah blah blah. Right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello. Alright, so here's Maya again. I'm not sure what other prop could we work on. The only one that I have clear in mind that we could be using or doing tonight is the little duck that Evil and Neuro sometimes have when they're wearing their frog hat. I'm not sure if they ever wore them or have the duck on top of their head without the frog hat. So I wanna look for... What the hell? This is a joke. Let's save this for later. Millions of people. Alright. So let's see. What clip can I find? quick clip with the frog hat.
And as time comes to a halt,
And not here the ads. So I'm gonna spend some time looking for the clip. Just give me a second. I need the frog hat and I need the duck, especially the... Oh yeah, they do wear the duck without the frog hat, so that we can work on. Alright, let's see. Just remembered some detail I missed. Right. Doesn't look too complicated. I feel like it could be a fairly easy asset. Frog hat, question mark. Yeah, here it is. Little ducky. All right. Let's catch a quick screenshot of our little ducky and throw it into Photoshop. Alright, it's booting. Is it already open? Alright, here it is. Give me 1 second. This will be enough. Right, so here's our file. Let's just add our little ducky. Boop. Okay, so we got this here. It's gonna be the material we're gonna save. Alright, I'm gonna export it real quick. Alright, so now we can start working here. Alright. Let's make one single polygon. Move this. Alright, this can stay this way. Now let's
we're gonna shout it loud. Even if our words seem meaningless, it's like I'm carrying the weight of the world.
new material, and we're gonna apply our file we just made. There we go, and then we do this, and there it is. There's our reference for the ducky. Guess I'm just gonna move this to be vertical. Make sure everything's alright. Yep. And yeah, it seems like that will work. Let's make this. That feels like too much. 1.5. Oh, okay. So if I made this. How big is this ducky? Let's try 15. Oh, it's still pretty big. Alright, what about 10? Okay. So let's try and make this slightly larger. It's just reference for the printing file. I want it to have a decent size because if it's too small, it's gonna be very, very troublesome to print. Yeah, I feel like this will work. Alright, it seems like it's not that... doesn't look like a very complex shape. But it's very organic, so I tend to struggle a bit more with that. Yeah, let's give this a shot. So let's make usually like working with squares instead of circles, though I'm not sure if that's gonna be a good idea here. Let's see. Alright. So the basic shape that a sphere or that a cube gives you out once you smooth it out, it's a much more manageable sphere because it has like different edges and different... It's a little bit hard to explain, but yeah, you'll get a bit of better shape out of this. Let's see. The thing with this is I'm not gonna go all the way up to fill the top because this is gonna be part of the wing. So I'm gonna make another volume just for the wing itself. So I feel like this could be enough. And let's take this and make this smaller. Okay, 25.6. Let's do the same here. All right. Maybe I could add the image just for reference here. Give me a second. Let's see. I can put it. Down. In time before the light, and the way we rock and roll night. Da 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 ba da 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 da. now we're flying free.
We're free before the sun's gone. Until far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight, deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away,
we went for the day.
for the lives
Not
all so
wasted and gone.
we feel
Feel
the
the pain
pain
of
of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on.
Alright, so as a basic shape, this seems to work alright. Hopefully we can work with this. Da-da-da-da-dum.
As the red days go late and the lightning cracks the sky, they'll raise their heads to the heavens above with resentment in their eyes. Running back through the mid-morning light, there's a burning in my heart. We're banished from the time in a fallen land to a life beyond the stars. In your darkest dreams, see to believe our destiny this time. And endlessly we'll all be free tonight. And all the wings of a dream, so far beyond the mountain, all alone in desperation. Lost inside, you'll never find. Lost within my own mind. Day after day, this misery must go on. So
Far
far
away, we went for the day.
for the lives all
Lifetime's
so
wasted and gone.
we
Feel the pain, we'll have time until the 1,000 days.
through the fire and the
Flames we carry on.
Whoa,
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 whoa, whoa. Yes, 11, 12. So yeah. Da-da-da-ba-ba-bow. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-dum.
Now here we stand with their blood on our hands. We fought so hard, now can we understand? I'll break break the seal of this curse if I possibly can, for freedom of every man. So far away we went
For the day,
for the
life
lives
taught
also
wasted
wasted
and
and
gone.
we feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days through the fire
And the flames we carry on. No. What if something like this? Yeah. And now, slowing that through. Right. And go up there.
There's a reason that we came across in this world. There's a reason that we got the magnetic wave. 傷つかえる世界はどこへ。そう愛のために泣けるのは
Really went from
君がそこにいるから
very high energy song to a very relaxed one. Feels weird. Still got the adrenaline from Fire and Flames. Alright, I think I could do this and then just make... I don't like how it ended up, so let's try and start using our tangent wall tool. I'm just gonna mesh all of these together because the edges, they feel weird. And to close all these triangles that form whenever I make the union. And that way we'll have a better head shape. Alright. It's looking good enough. Now, oh, what is going on there? What on earth happened here? Alright, it's gonna need some patching up. Ah. Alright. That's gonna do.
Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, well, in fact, well, I look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. No, well, in fact, well, I look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne, pour the champagne. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard
How
of
do I make the
closing
wing?
a goddamn door? No, it's much
Got
better to
this.
face these kinds of things with a sense of poison
Should rotate this instead.
rationality.
25.6. There we go. Now you can rotate. Just so everything stays nice and symmetrical.
Hello, darkness,
My
my
old
old
friend.
friend. I've come to talk
Talk
with
with
you
you
again because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, streets of cobblestone, 'neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that lit the night and touched the sound of silence. Undimmed and naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs that voices never shared, and no one dared.
Ow, fuck. Oh, God. Right.
Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon gods they made. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was for me.
Hey, Roman, you're the first one who makes it here. I was starting to think it's gonna be a completely dead stream. Hello, Roman, good to see you.
In tenement halls,
How's it going?
heard in the
So I'm trying to make a little ducky that they sometimes have on top of their head. And I feel like it's looking alright. Barely getting started. I'm trying to get the general shape. So I got this one, and I also need to sharpen this one. This one I might sharpen even more. The first one, yeah, pretty much. Well, you're the first one to comment other than me.
time. It needs time
Alright, no.
to win back your love
Right,
again.
I'll try and get this edge. Does not look good. Let me see if I can fix this. Yeah.
Only love can bring back your love someday. I will be there. I will be there.
Yeah, it's looking really cute, the ducky. However, I still need... So right now I'm trying to get the shape of the wings. See if I manage to make them... Alright, that feels better. At least there's no weird corners up there. Okay. However, let's try and see if we can sharpen this a little bit.
To win back your love again.
Yeah, it's
I will
good
be
enough.
there.
Okay, now
I will be there.
let's make the... So yeah, the wing is basically this.
Only love
And what I need to do is actually bend it around the body.
I will be there.
Alright, first grab this, leave it somewhere close by, just in case I end up needing it. Now let's try and smooth this. 1, 2. Alright. Now so try carefully position the wing. Let's try and bend it ever so slightly, because I want the curve of the duck himself. Let's see. And then around the form. There we go.
Try, baby, try to trust in my love again. I will be there.
Okay. Let's try to bend it. I think that's gonna do something weird. Yes. Need to move my bend handle.
Just shouldn't be thrown away. I will be there. I will be there.
All right. Now it should be doing the right thing.
If we go again, all the way
Okay, it's just going the other way around, I think.
I would try to change things that killed our love. Your pride has built a wall so strong that I can't get through. Is there really no chance to start once again? If we go again, all the way from the start, I would try to change things that killed our love. Yes, I've heard your pride, and I know what you've been through. You should give me a chance.
Another bend the other way.
This can't be the end.
Duplicate this and work on this one now. The form. Non-linear bend. And this is gonna do weird stuff again, right? Yes.
I need your love. I'm still loving you. Still loving you, baby.
It's alright. Just not loving it.
I'm still loving you. I need your love. I'm still loving you. I need your love. I need your love. I need your love.
Let's see if this works. It's okay. Also this.
Still loving you. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? Do you ever feel so paper thin, like a house of cards, one blow from caving in? Do you ever feel already buried deep, 6 feet under screens, but no one seems to hear a thing? Do you know that there's still a chance for you, 'cause there's a spark in you? You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go You're gonna leave 'em all in awe. You don't have to feel like a waste of space. You're original, cannot be replaced. If you only knew what the future holds. After a hurricane comes a rainbow. Maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will grow, and when it's time you'll know. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby,
So I need to figure, no, first I'm gonna duplicate this guy. No. No. Control G. And minus sumo. That's terrible.
even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. It's always been inside of you, you, and now it's time to let it through. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you're worth. Make 'em go as you shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go You're gonna leave 'em all in awe. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon, moon, moon. Party girls don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, I push it down. I'm the one for a good time, call phones blowing up, ringing my doorbell. I feel the love, feel the love. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw 'em back till I lose count. I'm gonna swing
From the chandelier.
from the chandelier. Gonna live like tomorrow
What doesn't
doesn't
exist?
like it doesn't exist. Gonna fly
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
feel my tears as they dry. Gonna swing
All right.
from the chandelier.
No, cancel.
But I'm holding on for dear life. Won't look down, won't my glass full until morning
Hmm?
light. Cause I'm just holding on for the night. Help me, I'm holding on for the life. Won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass full until morning light. Cause I'm just holding on for the night. On for the night. Sun is up, I'm a mess. Gotta get out now, gotta run from this. Here comes the shame, here comes the shame. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throwing back till I lose count. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier. Gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist. Like it doesn't exist. Gonna fly like feel my tears as they dry. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier. But I'm holding on for the life. Won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass full until morning light. Cause I'm just holding on for the night. Help me, I'm holding on for the life. Won't look down, won't open my eyes. Keep my glass full until morning light. Cause I'm just holding on for the night.
I think I'm gonna twist its head a little bit, just so it actually looks like this one. Yeah, I think it's gonna feel a little bit better if I move. Let's see. Maybe if I twist the head. Yeah, just a little bit, just so the beak and the eyes are more visible. So we can go like this, like this. Okay. There we go.
Immortal temptation takes over my mind. Condemned, falling weak on my knees. Summon the strength of mayhem. That is approaching, provoking black clouds in isolation. I am reclaimer of my name. Born in flames, I have been blessed. My family crest is a demon of death. Forsaken, I am awakened. A phoenix ashen dark divine. Descending misery.
Okay. So we've got the wings kind of okay. Now I just need the eyes are pretty easy. Smaller. Maybe a bit smaller. Never heard this version. I'm the swarm that is approaching. Slightly smaller. Nope.
In the shadows under veil of night, constellations of blood pirouette dancing through the graves of those who stand at my feet. Dreams of the black throne I keep and repeat. A derelict of dark, summoned from the ashes, the puppet master congregates all the masses. Pulling strings, twisting minds as blades hit. You want this power, then come try and take it. Beyond the tree. Dark minds and blame.
is this? Now just the beak's missing. The beak's missing. That thing's gonna be pretty easy to make. Just one of these in a small sphere. Okay. I wish I could. There has to be a way. See if I can. Chop this half? Nope. Try that again. Oh no, that's what the problem was.
I say, don't you know? But you say you don't know. I say, take me out. I say you don't show. Don't move, time is low. I say, take me out. Well, I say you don't know, but you say you don't know. I say, take me out. If I move, this could die. If I move, this could die. I want you
Right.
to take me out. I know I won't be leaving here. Oh, I know I won't be leaving here. I know I won't be leaving here. Oh, I know I won't be leaving here with you. I say, don't you know? But you say you don't know. I say, take me out. If I wait, this could die. If I wait, this could die. I want you to take me out. If I move, this could die. If I move, this could die. Come on, take me out. I know I won't be leaving here. Oh, I know I won't be leaving here. I know I won't be leaving here. Oh, I know I won't be leaving here with you.
It's way back there.
You shouted out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Calm me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium. I am titanium. Stone hard machine gun, firing at the ones who run. Stone hard as bulletproof glass. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
Right.
You shoot me down,
Let's see.
but I won't fall. I am titanium.
How does this look? Maybe needs a little bit of squish in the belly, like on the underside. General shape, I feel like it's fine. But yeah, it does need a little bit of a squish.
I could lift you up. I could show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound.
Alright, just a little bit of squish down there.
I could feel
The
your
wing, I'm still sort of not
this world we still
fully sold.
You could be my luck.
Maybe like this, but then it would crash in the back.
We'll be safe and sound. Safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Hold your ground. We're safe and sound. Safe and sound. We're safe and sound. I could show you love. In a tidal wave of mystery, you'll still be standing next to me. You could be my luck. Even if we're 6 feet underground, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Safe and sound. Safe and sound. Hold your ground. Safe and sound. I could lift you up. I could show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. I could lift you up. I could show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound. We're safe and sound. We're safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Hold your ground. We're safe and sound. Safe and sound. We're safe and sound. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
the skies and sea.
I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, easy go.
Alright, I think this can work. Right. So how do I show this off? I guess I can just zoom in. How does it look? I'm not really loving the wings, but now that I look at it. Put a gun against his hand.
Pulled my trigger, now he's dead.
Mama,
Life had
just begun.
but now I've gone and thrown it all
Way.
Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again
This time tomorrow, carry on and carry on.
as if nothing
Really matters. Dun, dun, dun. Too late.
My
time is gone.
Sent
shivers down my spine.
body's aching all the time.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go.
Gotta leave you all behind and
That's
face the
the truth.
Mama,
Ooh.
the wind blows. I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the
Fandango.
thunderbolt and lightning?
Great, so I feel like we could roll with this.
Galileo, Figaro, Magnifico. Oh, I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare him his life from this monstrosity.
Team.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah, no, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let him go. Bismillah, we will not let you go. Let me go. We'll not let you go. Never, never let you go. Let me go. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, let me go. Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me. For me. For me. So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye?
So you think you can love me and leave me to die,
Oh,
baby?
can't do this to me, baby.
Just gotta get out, just gotta get right out of here. Alright, so here's our model. I like how it's looking. Pretty similar to the one up there.
Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing forever ago. How long have I been up? I don't know. I can't get a grip, but I can't let go. There wasn't anything to hold on to though. Why can't I see? Why can't I see all the colors that you see? Please can I be? Please can I be colorful and free? What the hell's going on? Can someone tell me please? Why I'm switching faster than the channels on TV? I'm black, then I'm white. No, something isn't right. My enemy's invisible. I don't know how to fight. The trembling fear is more than I can take.
It turned out great, right? I'm back. I was having dinner. What do you miss? Yep. Well, pretty much we finished the duck already. And yeah, I think it's looking great. I was trying to see if with color it match. It's gonna print in a single color anyway, but I just wanted to make sure it looked alright. But yeah, I'm liking how it looks. I'm gonna change the glossiness in this just to make it. Right. Yep. Yeah, let's make this much less glossy. There we go. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. It doesn't look that hard to print either. So, okay, let's try and export this then. First I need to actually make it the right shape. Yeah, it looks really cool, right? I'm still gonna paint it once I print it, but yeah, it's gonna print basically in very simple, basic shape, basic. I think right now my printer's loaded with black color. It's gonna be printing like that. Oh, what was that? Nope. It works. Now. There we go. You too. And there it is. Alright, looks good. Let's grab all of these. There. Now. Amazing.
It's not in the way that you hold me. It's not in the way you say you care. It's not in the way you've been treating my friends. It's not in the way that you stay till the end. It's not in the way you look or the things that you say that you do. Hold the line.
Maybe too fast.
Love isn't always on time. Hold the line.
No, it's too slow.
Love isn't always on time.
Right. I just knew this was weird.
It's not in the words that you told me, yeah. It's not in the way you say you're mine. Ooh. It's not in the way that you came back to me. It's not in the way that your love set me free.
And there it is.
It's not in the way you look for the things that you say that you'll do. Hold the line.
Now, can I export this?
Love isn't always on time. Oh, oh, oh. Hold the line. Love isn't always on time. Oh, oh, oh.
Looks cool. Let's send that to the Discord just because we can.
It's not in the words that you told me. It's not in the way you
Also
say you
sent
might. Ooh. It's not in the way
Absolutely
that you
Studios.
came back to
Creation of
me.
Blinga
It's
for
not in
1 out
the
of
way
3.
that your love
Someone
set
sent
me
a video
free.
of stop motion animation
Not in
to
the way you look for
our
the things that
Discord.
you say that you'll do. Hold the line.
We could take a look at that
Love
too.
isn't always on
Da-da-dum.
time. Oh, oh, oh. Hold the line.
I'm not sure if this is gonna be able to upload.
Love isn't always on time. Hold the line. Love isn't always on time. Love isn't always on time. Hold the line.
Works okay.
Love isn't always on time. Love isn't always on time. Love isn't always on time. Love isn't always.
Oh, you're the one who sent it? Yeah, we can check it out live then. Let me see. Let me run through the ads. 340. Okay, we can pause this. And where did I leave the? Just had the window here. Doo-doo-doo. No, no, not full screen. I don't want to get striked. Let's see. So is this working? Let me know if. Let me go back to chat. I can. Let me know if you can listen to it, but I can. We'll try and. Right, so everything's set. No more ads. Right. Then let's check out the video you sent. Try no. What? Trying to. Has to be a cleaner way to do this, but that's fine. Oh, the ducky's in the way. What about this? Maybe I can do. What is it? Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna try and do something more elegant. Maybe not. Where? What? Alright, I think that's not gonna work, so let's just watch it here in the window. Alright. All set. Let me know if the video works. Also, can you send the link of my all account to watch some of the videos I did? Yeah, sure. Please do. I would love to watch them. Where are you gonna send it though? In Discord too, I guess? Or if you want to post it here in the chat, that's fine too. Yeah, send it wherever you would like to, and I'll take a look. Let's take a look at this one then. Hey Krieger, how's it going? Yeah, today we just finished an asset, so now we're looking at a video that Roman sent.
Subject has escaped.
Alright. I really like when they use Lego for making this sort of more organic effects. The managing to make something that's made of blocks feel like a liquid is very, very hard and very interesting. And sound design also helps a lot. There are a couple of good videos that really nail it. There's also this guy on Instagram. His name is Kevin Parry. He makes a lot of sometimes stop motion, sometimes he also makes sort of a VFX shots, but he has a couple of clips that he made using Lego where he actually makes like the bricks themselves they feel like a liquid. They're morphing back and forth. This video is very interesting in how it solves and how it really sells you the feel of it being made of slime. There are a couple of shots where it kind of struggles, but yeah, Osman is staring into her soul without saying anything. Just want to see you very clearly. No, that's just my little avatar in the corner. I don't know, while watching the video. But yeah, let's see. You can see. I really like this trick up here because it feels like it's breaking the rules of the Lego itself. And I'm not sure if there's any trickery. You know, it's only putting the peg like slightly offset, and it gives the ability to actually make the turn of the head feel very smooth and very... It helps the liquid feel. I'm really liking how this looks. I don't know exactly where it's going with the story, but it feels interesting. Also, where I feel the animation had to struggle a lot, this is where sometimes you need to, even if you're working with Lego, this sort of things where a rig can really help you, because I can see that the walk animation can, it feels very hard to pull off because they don't have another point of support. So the whole walking segment over here, unfortunately it cannot raise the feet very much, and you get this sliding, a little bit of sliding on the surface. And that also happens because they can't, I'm not sure how the design of this piece of the boot was made, but it probably doesn't fit with the pegs of the Lego base. But it's really well made. Another shot I really liked were, there are many interesting shots. I love the shots of, there are a lot of these shots that work as two shots in one, which I really liked, and I feel like they're not as easy to pull off with Lego. Let's see, like this one, yeah. So you have this very clear shot of the hand, but then it also, once the finger bends, let's go, you can see the face reacting. It's really, really nice. It feels like it has so much depth and complexity. Also, another small detail that I really love is back here when it opens. Texture, this sort of transition feels amazing. It feels very mechanic, but at the same very it feels like it makes animation feel much more complex than it actually ends up being. It's a nice trick. And just this little trick combined with the rest of the gun sort of popping out feels a lot like machinery. I really like this effect. There, can you see it? Even with the sound, it feels so great. I was really impressed straight from the first shot. I would like to have seen that happen a little bit more with this part too. This feels like it pops out too soon, or not as smooth as this little doors opened up. But yeah, this sort of effects, they are really magical. So you start with a very, it's like a 4x1 plate, and they're closed, then they slightly open, and they fully open, and then they open but change into a larger one and also slide outwards. And then in the end, there's just a little shake here, and then click. And it feels great because it's like it just clicked in place. And the only thing I feel like well, it sort of got better in the end, but this sort of light effects gets really dimmed out by the white background. I feel like if we had more of a gray background, this would feel much more impactful because we would have the straight beam of light going through. It would feel really nice. But then I like the whole acting in this, like discovering the world, figuring stuff out, moving around. That one's also a good one. I wish it would move faster. Like here it moves a little bit slow. But then in this one, it just slides real quick into the body, and that's how I feel it should be moving all the time. It feels great. Look at that. It's great. It's this, and then you just, the head goes down and already straight into the body. Just one tube. Now it's just the tip. Then it finishes with just one little block, and these little splashes. This is what sells it the most, especially because they're not laid perfectly following the pattern in the Lego piece. You have this one, but this one is placed sideways, and that also helps it feel much more like, yeah, fluid and dynamic and moving. There's another effect too that I really love here when it starts to join. Yeah, this one is one that I feel that could show off a little bit more. It feels a little bit like it recycled frames. But right here, oh no, it's after that, so it's gonna move towards the other arms. Also that detail over there, I love it. So he slides, and once he does that, there's a little bit of a delay, and the head slides very smoothly. Feels like it's not really part of the same body, but it's still held by it. That detail I really love. It's an interesting cut over there. So here there's a camera move that helps guide everything. You can see the camera is moving and rotating, but at the same time it cuts to another shot where the camera is also moving, and it also feels like one quick motion, even though it's come from a completely different side. And that other effect is pretty neat. Let's see. Have it right here, and then it starts to move out. Just one drop in the full body. I think the fact that he moved a little bit here breaks a little bit of the illusion, but it still helps. I love the shape of the green tube here. It makes it really sells also the slime texture. It feels like it's trying to discover its own body. Oh, that one's also a good one. Look at that fine detail of the fingers actually following the surface. Where is it? Is it later on? It's before. Yeah, this small detail, it's amazing. It really feels like it's touching and feeling the ground. Oh, I love that. Yeah, look at that very subtle detail, because they could just have moved the hand sideways and it would have kind of worked anyway, but they did the extra of actually animating the hands. How far do you think this finger moved? It's, I think, less than 1 millimeter. Struggle with English. But yeah, this detail feels really great. And there's the other hand. The grabbing of this one felt even better with the smoothness. Yeah, look, they start by twisting the green cap, and then they start making the whole shape. And then they took advantage of that twist. So that it fully fits in the middle of the twist. Yeah, in fact, that's a nice trick. So it was here, but if they tried to assemble it, the shape of the arm was going to break. And it does break a little bit in the corner, but you barely notice this because it only happens for one single frame. And then they use the motion to smoothly, it's even not not connected to the body back here, but the movement's so fast that you don't notice it until you get here, and now you have the full design of the character on the robot. It's cool too, real quick, real. One, two, three, four, and also this. Look how it relaxes slightly. 1, 2, those 3 frames. It feels how it relaxes and then pulls back, and that feels really cool. One, and back. This is the walk cycle that I feel like it struggled a bit against not having an external rig. If they had another rig, this would have been much easier to animate. They would be able to actually lift the feet just a little bit, just enough to actually sell. I know the feeling is that the robot has to be very heavy and it's still a little bit clumsy, but you can make it still feel clumsy and have the motions of the body feel like they make sense mechanically. Just moving, because I can see the joint here. I know this ankle is able to rotate a little bit. So if only, and especially this shot would have been good to trick it, because you can simply, if you're not seeing the full head, you can remove the head and replace it with another piece that helps you get support, right? You could get a longer piece that goes up and out of frame, and that you hold to any other structural piece, and then you could make the cycle much better with just a little bit of extra, body mechanics here and there. It's looking cool. And then there's the tire. I like the mechanical rotation where it just turns around without moving the head, and that's trickier than it seems, because having the eyes perfectly match when you're rotating another piece, it takes a little bit of a fair amount of being careful and actually having to match every single frame. Yeah, it looks really good, and then it goes back here. I like playing with the shadow. How does the blink work? I think this is digital. So they have the eyes, and then this is, it feels more like a digital patch rather than a piece without eyes. Oh no, maybe they just rotated the face so that the eyes are facing the other side. And it goes from this to, I'm not sure. I find it a little bit hard that they perfectly match in the other one. But yeah, it's a blink, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 frames for a blink, which is, it works. Yeah, it feels different. This is definitely different from the other one, from the blinking shot. And yeah, that's when everything changes. There's a big change in lighting, there's a big change in atmosphere. I like that small detail that the step actually has an effect on the camera here. And you see here, you can actually see now how the feet do lift from. So this must have an external rig, or it's really well put into the surface of the Lego tray, or how do you call it? Plate. That one's also interesting. I think it works well. The light effect is really cool, but maybe a little bit of recoil would have felt great. Like having these guys slightly move backwards once the weapon shot.
Subject has escaped.
Looks cool. Interesting. And they make animations fairly frequently. Making this once a month, more than once a month, is pretty... It's a lot of hard work. It's interesting. All right. Cool. Now let's check out your old channel. Let's see. Oh, so this is 2D animation. Interesting. Never used FlipaClip, so I'm not sure which tools does it offer to you or which it doesn't. Subscribe. That. Okay. So let's see what we got. A couple of stop motion animation, a couple of 2D. Cool. All right, let's check out the last one. Don't worry, there's always... I feel like there's always notes to be given in art, but it's not like... That doesn't make what you did bad. It's just... whenever you're trying to make this sort of things, well, you're trying to recreate reality, right? There's always details to catch, and sometimes even stuff that you wish to avoid and not really show in a very realistic animation. Sometimes being very realistic also doesn't help. Style makes also a big difference. Right, let's see this from... Let's just play it straight. Did you say animation thing? The animation thing was on the ducky? Yes, Krieger. We have the ducky right here. I'm not sure if this is what you meant, but yeah. The ducky is right here. It's done. I still need to export it, but that's pretty easy. I can do it even off stream. But alright, let's check the videos. I'm pretty... Well, I hope that if you're watching the stream, Roman, you're not gonna copy strike me, so I hope you don't mind I go full screen to fully watch your work. Hey, your animation is not bad at all. It's really good, snappy, moves well. It feels like... I really honestly think you wouldn't be like... You're not that far from the video you showed me. It's not that... The big difference, the big gap between your between your work and the one you just sent me is just cinematography. That it's divided into different shots and it's got some sound cues that help sell a couple of extra elements. But you're really good at making... I feel like your timing's even a little bit better. It feels like faster. It's not that contemplative, that's slow. But it moves well. I like it. I feel like your biggest struggle, or well, it's something that happens a lot, especially when you're starting things out, is the pain of not having like a tripod that actually supports the camera, because this sort of camera jumps are what usually makes things hard to read and stuff. But even so, you don't have that many of those. But the way they move, they work all right. You can see how they fall. I would say you could... It depends on exactly what you need, but the way it falls... What is this? Because you're animating... You're also doing this in 24s? Well, in ones. So you animated this at 24 frames a second? That's me. Was bad. It was moving all the time. Yes, camera is our first enemy whenever we start with stop motion. Let me see, how many frames do you have in a second? Whoop. All right, so it's about 12 frames per second, and it's easier to manage. For a second there, I thought you were actually using ones. Yeah, the movement's fine. It looks well, and I like the good thing with Lego figures is that you don't really need to make a full complex walk cycle. It's very abstract. Have you seen the Lego movie? I usually did 12 frames per second. Yeah, 12 frames per second is the best sort of baseline for animation, because it's much better than actually doing full 24. The professional, or how I've always worked with like an animation pipeline, is you have your timeline working on 24 frames per second. However, you just duplicate each frame. And what happens with that is that you can still sort of take it easy and try and animate mostly at 12 frames per second. But whenever there's a special moment where you need an extra oomph of movement, or you need an extra detail and you want to be very expressive with it, you can just stop using like duplicate frames, and then you animate just that little bit, just that small detail with full 24 frames per second. And it looks really good. It helps you save a lot of time because you're not fully animating in 24s, but it also lets you keep quality just in the right moments where you need it. Yeah, that's just more of a general tip. But yeah, the way it moves, so if you've seen the Lego movie, whenever they move, it's pretty abstract and pretty quick. And I like that here. You make it, the walking cycle is pretty fast and snappy. But the part I really liked was further up here. What was it? Yeah, I mean, the way they move is really organic. some of this feels like you probably had a struggle in the way, but you do have these guys following like a general curve. It's not a straight line towards wherever they want to go, and that feels sort of natural. It sort of gives a little bit of flavor to your character. And then, yeah, so I feel like your biggest enemy is mostly your camera here. Yeah, like this jump is huge. And there are a couple of tools that you can use to actually, not only for the camera not to move, but if the camera moves, there are a couple of extra things you can do to keep them in place. Oh, wait, give me a second. Alright. Spider feels nice. How did you... Could I perhaps see... What did you glue the spider with? I can see something there, but it's mostly shadow. That's a ball of clay, right? Here I can see it. Looks good. This is really cool how he... Alright, so it turns around. Yes, it was clay. Yeah, I managed to notice maybe a lighter... Well, it worked for the side of the box because it was sort of black or blue. But once it got to the top in the final frames, it was... Yeah, it was more noticeable. Maybe in this one you could have gone straight for the spider only, like you did here. Also, I can see that you struggle a lot with the box. I know this sort of vibrations very well, and it's what happens when you try to keep something still, but you can't. Bit of a camera move. But yeah, here I like how it turns around and pulls out. This feels well. Yeah, I really like how this feels. It's just a quick 1, 2. Yeah. Maybe if you had a little bit of a slow out with this guy at the end. It feels like he freezes a bit. He moves a lot from here. So he's down here. You can see my cursor. Then he moves here. Then he moves all the way here. But then he stays here. If he could maybe just lose his balance a little bit, one more frame towards the back, and then pop back forward, that would give you much more of the sensation of it like flowing back and forward. Here you see it feels sort of like it freezes right there. It's like it hits a hard wall. Just a little bit slow out and slow in would have given you a really, really good feel to that. And then we can move on. Let's see. Start. Ah, yes, this explosion I liked really much. Too bad you had the camera. Well, I'm not. Maybe this time it was intentional when the camera moved. But it feels really good, very organic, like how you. So you start with just dynamite, and then this, and you put it under the. Yeah, it's. Unfortunately, the camera move kind of makes it harder to read. And you had a very important frame here, because it's exactly when the box starts to rise and the explosion too. It might have been intentional, but maybe it would have worked if you had kept it there and you saved the camera shake for after sort of your money shot when the smoke goes up and everything moves. The building process looks cool. That walking cycle rocks. That looks great. Tuck, 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 tuck. Tuck, tuck, tuck. I love it. And this guy moved a bit. Then you have this moving. Oh, there's a spider. I hadn't realized there was a spider back here. Oh well, the spider appeared after. It's really cool. Yeah, the walk back here, you really nailed it with that one. It feels snappy. And also like the guy screaming at them with the megaphone and they all recoil back. Same thing here. So they go back and they go forward. Maybe one more frame of going forward or either bouncing back would have helped. And then you go straight to this guy. This walking cycle is really good. Very simple, but very quick. Feels really good. Yeah, it's just open, closed, open, closed, open, closed. And yeah. All right, let's see what else we got here. Autos Experimento. Cars are really tricky to animate. Oh, really? That's cool. You actually even added a little bit of smoke in the back. Ah, that's really cool. And then you have like a movement shot. And then it blew up. This one's really cool. I love the effect. And this is sort of effects I really love, like making something feel like something else. And yeah, making Lego feel like liquids and like smoke. Those effects I've always loved how to do those. And found them interesting. Really interesting the fact that you actually use the same shot to make an static shot back here, and then here you're already on your movement shot with things going backwards. And this is really well animated, so you're very constant with how far everything moves back. You're also very good at keeping them like at the right place. It really sells the fact that the car is moving. And even you have like a bit of a bump there, right? And then here it starts to come. Let me see, I want to see what the transition was. It's blue. It goes like how the flame or sort of the exhaust stretches just a little bit before everything here. Not sure how, but it feels like, yeah, it goes from here, then it stretches, it goes faster, even feels like the speed makes the front of the car rise a little bit, and then it starts to tumble into pieces. And the twist is really fun. See a bit of clay popping here and there. Huh. It looks really cool. I love it. I feel like just a little bit of sound design would help you a lot to sell all the points you're trying to throw, but animation works really great. And let me guess, it's probably from a while ago. 7 years ago? Yeah, 6 years ago. Yeah, I wouldn't say your animations has any problems. I think your biggest problem is the production value. If you manage to... This looks really cool. Tricky Loki fight. These swings are really cool. How did you make this? Because I know, like, swinging things in stop motion are a huge pain in the ass. So how did you manage to actually make the swing feel, you know, continuous and follow the same curve? Because if you try to just hold this with a piece of rope, I know how hard it is. Or so maybe you took like 100 photos and ended up finding one that really matched with the trajectory, or you had another trick to make the curve. This one's really great, how it comes down and then up. You really sell the curve of the movement. Da 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 da, and then you sort of twist back here, which, you know, like part of a composition. It's just to make a very flashy Spider-Man-like shot with moving towards the camera and then flexing in the last moment and getting out. But yeah, so the curve that you follow with the flying Spider-Man, it's actually pretty on spot. That's kind of hard to do. There's something here in the corner. Loki, I like this little flip before. If only you could have left the wire or your web going up in this shot, it would have helped a lot. But the flip is really cool. Whoop. And it goes down. Yup. A very compressed napkin. Wow. I know exactly how hard it was then, because I have done that sort of thing with a couple of props, and it's those sort of things where you think it's gonna be real quick. It's just gonna be a couple of frames. It's not gonna be that complicated. And once you try it, and you end up struggling like again and again. Yeah, you must. It did take a couple of tries, right? Or did you manage to make it like in the first shot, in whichever pictures you took? Because whenever you try to make like this sort of hanging pieces, I always feel like they end up shaking in the air. Very compressed napkin. And how did you put the napkin on the hand of the figure? Did you put some clay there? Wait. And then you have the movement. I like how Lucky teleports from one place to the other really quickly. Look, no, it's over here. Da, 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 da. Reframe her somewhere else. No, no.
But
Now we're watching more color. All right. Have to play it right away. Oh, I hadn't seen we have the ducky in the corner. Now you have Evil's ducky in your animation. Wasn't very hard. It just snapped into place. Huh? Okay, I think I understand how you did it. You just put it through the back of the hand, maybe. But putting the puppet in the right place, that's when I always think it ends up being very, like, tricky. Yeah, I really like this too. So there's a little bit of something weird here is that one of the spider webs freezes for a second. So I understand that what you were trying to sell here is that in order to catch him, Spider-Man shoots two webs at the same time in the same spots where he is sort of switching between. Or you have one web that goes, pops from the hand and starts moving, and it's already moving on its way, and then it freezes in this frame for, yeah, 2 more frames until Spider-Man shoots the other web over here, and now they're both moving at the same time. And that's how it catches Lucky. That's the only, yeah, that's something that does sort of jump once I'm looking at it, that it freezes for a second. No, stop. Hold stuck in your animation. Like this. And let's see, what else have we got over here? Feliz Halloween. It's pretty neat. Simple carving animation. I like how it all goes black over here. Not like fully carved, just dissolves into black and then into light. And I like the effect of the light, that you actually put a little bit of glow with a softer. Stop it! Stop! What's in the video? The glow is really good. Really makes it feel like a little bit of bloom from the light coming from the inside. So here you have a couple of shot changes that actually sell the story really well. You jump from one to the other. It's really cool. Right. Pops in the back and just shoves him into the mailbox. A little bit brutal. I'm not sure if their organs are gonna be able to handle that. This one we saw a little bit earlier. I like the stretch you did. It feels, especially because it's just sort of a distortion in the drawing itself. It feels like sort of a technological thing is, I don't know, like altering the structure of the poor cow while it pulls it. It feels very alien and cybernetic. Oh, and then there's a steak. Good. Oh, let's see, an explosion. The explosion on the other side, it blows up back. A little dynamite just gets up and leaves. Doesn't want anything to do with this. Oh, wow, this is fairly complex. 20 likes for this. I'll get you one more like.
Elf comic.
No, stop. Complex character. Basket stickman. That's also pretty cool. Don't touch the cat. All right. Poor guy just caught on fire for touching the cat. Oh. Yeah, no. In which one the... Wait, I'm a little bit in the back. Oh yeah. So I have to watch it with the delay, with the night. Oh no, but I mean, it's certainly one of your most ambitious character designs. You have a lot of detail in both in the knight, in the little knight, and also in the dragon. Looks really good. Yeah, the one with the dragon. I understood. I have to check the my streaming window so I can make sure what is it that is currently airing, because I might be a couple of maybe like 1 minute already ahead when I read a comment. Godzilla. Why does it say it comes in peace if it just burned the whole city down? Un gato raro. An evil cat. Flying jet. Pops the clouds just like if they were balloons. One big boom. So that's it. Wait, going back to the normal page. But hey, it's not that bad. It feels like what usually feels of someone getting started with animation. It's a lot of what I enjoy of this sort of videos. It's just a lot of having fun. You can see the, I don't know, the spirit in. I want to make an explosion. I want to make someone catch on fire. I want to make basketball. Just a bunch of snippets of fun things that you just want to animate real quick. I'm not sure how flip clip works. Is it something you animate in, like with your mouse and a computer, or? I remember back in my day, if you wanted to do this sort of homemade animation, you used the Nintendo DS. Was a good place for making simple animations which you could draw and pop things from one frame to the other. And yeah, also Lego animation. I don't know why, at least when I was young, it feels like always Lego animation was much more easier to access than 2D animation, because drawing with the mouse was just terrible. So I'm not sure if it's the one either with your finger, but what was it, in an iPad maybe? Oh, on a phone. Alright, that feels a little bit more intuitive. Yeah, back when I was then first animating, like in elementary school and stuff, yeah, there weren't even that many touch screens around, so even simple 2D animation felt hard to work on. I never figured out the way to actually work on it. So yeah, I ended up making a lot of stop motion animation instead with Legos too. I'm not sure if I have any. They're lost to time, I think. But I remember I did a couple of these with my friends. Some school projects of, yeah, little figures moving, usually fighting. Yeah, I mean, from what I see here, it's not that complex. Well, it's not that. The animation is pretty much working properly. The bigger struggle is mostly the cinematography, like changing shots and changing the camera angle, making sure the camera doesn't move that much when it doesn't need to move. That's the biggest gripe I would see on your work, but it works well. It's pretty good, I think. I've seen professional animation tests that are less fluid in their movements than this one. Some more videos in this channel. I already saw them, didn't I? Wait. In this channel, I don't see any new videos. Or did you send another channel? Sometimes YouTube blocks links in the chat. But if you're trying to send something, you can always send it on the Discord. I think it improved at least a bit. Oh, you mean the channel you are on right now? I'm not sure. Oh, I can go. Yeah. Let's see. That was Roman of the past. This is Roman now. I didn't expect that part. Oh, that was great. So yeah, this feels like much more complex animation. You're going into full body mechanics and actual. Did you make any modifications to the figure? No, right? It feels like you're using all the joints right as they are. That kick just killed me. Yeah, no. Usually action figures are much harder to animate than it seems. Those guys in Robot Chicken, that kick's amazing. Even the pose you made, like before the kick, sort of like the recoil. The hand, the open hand feels very dynamic. Look at that pose. This looks straight out of. It looks like a football poster, like a soccer poster right there. Look at that pose. It's perfect. Yeah, the modify. Yeah, and it seems easy, but they're much harder to animate than one would think. Oh yeah, also timing is very hard. I'm guessing I'm not sure which app were you using. This probably taken with a phone, I would guess. And yeah, usually in those sort of apps, you don't have many tools to do audio sync, and yeah, it's a big struggle. But there's a lot of tools that you can use for with Dragon Frame that really help you. So I can't stop. I want to see the animation. Why? Beautiful. Oh, stop motion studio. Stop motion studio is pretty good, but yet it struggles a lot with sound clips and the thing that I struggle a lot with stop motion studio is that you actually have to touch the screen to take the picture, and that means you have to bump the phone many times during the animation. So there's a lot of very, very slight movements, which you can see even in this one. Like you can see the background moves a little bit, and I'm pretty sure this is just one misinput from tapping the screen and trying to take the shot, and it slightly moves the phone like 1/2 millimeter or less. That looks really good. Or like, and did you have like the choreography at hand? Were you just sort of like copying it from a video, maybe? Or was it all like something you came up with while you were animating? don't know all of the... It's a really interesting figure. I mean, the elbow goes really, really far, even though it feels a little bit strange. It feels a little bit like noodle arms here. At least like the joint. Yeah, you had a video of the choreography and we're copying the poses frame of it. Ah, yeah. And that also ends up... I've never done that sort of choreography animation, it does sound tough. And how did you rig this guy? So in all these shots when he's just standing and there's no extra rig, it's only gravity? Or do you have another trick up your sleeve to keep him in place? Maybe they have, I don't know, needles on the feet? Or some glue? Clay, whatever? Or is it just gravity? Because if it's just gravity, that's incredible. I don't know how you're pulling this off. Video of the choreography, everything was perfect, yeah. But how did it stand? Is there another rig up there? I don't see any shadow of a rig or anything. Maybe tie downs. That kick. Listen for it. It's gravity. Oh, that's incredible. Doing that sort of thing and keeping the figure standing. Didn't it fall a lot while you were animating? Like it fell on its face or on its back? Because that's something that I always struggle a lot when animating action figures. I haven't done that a lot, but I know I've kind of tried it a couple of times, and it's really, yeah, very hard when you try it with a figure that's not designed to stand by itself. So let's see, what else have we got here? A couple of times, yeah, it happens a lot. I know how balance can be. Oh, so this is your Wemple. This is where she came from, I guess. I really like the effect you did for the portal. Feels really good. And then you have transparent blocks down here for her to float. Not really float, but for the staying in the air. Oh, this one even has voice acting. Oh, let me see.
Shazam!
really like this one. You used a lot of different, very cool effects. I really like like all the aerial shots. They feel pretty dynamic. They feel very dynamic and interesting. Also, your effects with yeah, like paper and marker. They work really cool. This I love. I love smear frames, and I feel like you really made good use of them. They really feel like zoop. Yeah, this sequence I really like it. Feels very dynamic. That part, how you turn from one, it really feels like they're not fighting on top of a flat surface. It feels three-dimensional and vast, like they do have space to move around. And that's a really, really nice trick. Whoa. Got cool, more smear frames. That trick's also really good. So you have the general direction of the clouds and how he's being pushed back, and then once he freezes or when he stops, the clouds take back their original shape and then they deform, but to the other side. So this was for an animation class? Do you even have a camera movement? That zoom in works really well. I like that Looney Tunes smoke effect. That camera move feels like it was very hard to pull off. Zoop. Camera moves are very hard when you don't have like a very complex machine. I've worked with a couple of those, but I've also had to make a couple of animation like camera moves myself, and they are always very, very tricky. And here there's like a hidden cut in here from this to a more abstract background with green background and teal. But really good. I liked it. Also, these moves feel really good. I'm guessing this is not actually camera moves, you're just moving everything else around it. But it feels really well. It feels like everything's moving, like the camera is following the action. It's cool. I liked it. One night, I regretted that immediately. Yes, that's a true stop motion experience. Yeah, I guess it's it ended. How long did it take? So you might have done it in one night, but it take all night. Did you take like full 12 hours animating that? I wouldn't be surprised. I know how much time it ends up consuming, but I'm really curious. How did it turn out in the end? Did you have to fully pull a complete all-nighter? But yeah, yes, I know how animating that sort of thing can go. 5 a.m. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's a very basic rite of passage that everyone in stop motion ends up having one way or the other. They go like, hey, yes, this looks like fairly simple. It's just like a complete fight scene with a lot of things, and I probably can do that in an hour. And then 10 hours later, and it's terrible because you're sort of in too deep. It's like, I cannot stop this because I'm already more than halfway done, so I need to see it through. But it's also 4 a.m. And yeah, that's how you figure out how much time stuff takes to it takes to make something. But it's really fun. I've always found it fascinating that whenever someone starts with this, they think they're gonna finish stuff in, I don't know, 1 day, 2 days, 5 days. And whenever I tell someone, yeah, if you're trying to make a puppet, it will take you at least a month, they freak out because they think there's no way it could be that hard. And when they try it, yep, they realize it takes much more than a couple of seconds to make a puppet or a short or an animation or whatever. But yeah, that's sort of part of the charm. You might start pretty hard, but once you figure out how much time each thing takes, it's much easier to manage and to schedule. That's why I'm always trying to sort things out, and while I'm working with you is like, okay, we can do this, and maybe we have enough time to do that, and blah 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 blah. Because yeah, now I understand how much time it ends up taking, more or less. I still struggle with a couple of things, and whenever I'm experimenting with something else, it's trying to figure out stuff from scratch. But yeah. But hey, I really liked your animation. I feel like it looked good. So, are you planning on animating more in the future? I liked how this dog turned out. Oh, I need to finish this real quick. So I've got all of these. Looks okay. Yeah, you're welcome. I always love to talk and share animations. I really, yeah, it's something I enjoy a lot. Chatting with and discussing all the tiny details that go behind it. I really like to see all the effort that goes behind such things. Maybe I don't have many animations in mind, but I would like to do more. I mean, sometimes you could just do some simple things. Maybe you don't need to fully plan like a full series or something, but animating, I don't know, simply like short sequence or a short joke. I feel like you have a good sense of timing for jokes and stuff. So like very simple skits like the ones you had in the other channel, but now with your reloaded animation, I feel like they would work really well. Just simple. I'm not sure if you're going for stop motion, maybe stick figures are not the best, but have you ever seen, there is this really cool puppets. Well, they're not puppets, they're called bodycoons. They're very well articulated. They're made for posing. Yeah, I'll always be happy to see more stuff you do and check it, either live stream or off stream or however you'd rather have it. Rather have me look at it, but yeah, I would love to see more things you do. Let me Mesh Booleans Union. One last animation, surreal in Instagram. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I can open it because Instagram is really painful to use in desktop, but maybe I can. If not, I can open it on my Instagram account on my phone and check it out, but I'm not even sure. Is it the same username? I can't find your profile picture in Instagram, so I'm not sure. There it is. It's in the Discord. Let's see, I hope it opens up. Ah, classic. Halo. Oh, but this is like a Mega Bloks. Hey, I recognize the set. I recognize that Starbucks thing in the background. Alright, let me pop it into the other window. It looks really fun. Does it have sound? Oh yeah, it has sound. So is the Kirby figure fully made of clay? Yes, right? Your running cycle looks really good. I love how it walks and how you made like the arms go back. It makes it feel like it's very wildly moving towards it feels like a wild animal and like very dangerous. You can see why Master Chief would be scared. Clay Giver works really well. So it gives you a lot of versatility with the hands and the legs because you can just pop them off and on and put them wherever you need. But yeah, the running cycle, I really love it. How it pulls the arms backwards. That's good. Also, I like how, yeah, well, in Instagram I cannot fully frame by frame it, but the way he stops the vehicle, and you really feel like the bonk. It's really good. The bazooka back here. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. Alright, so this is already done. Let's try and, oh, I haven't saved this file. If this had crashed, I would have to start over. Let's try not to jinx it. Oop. Oop. There we go. Ah, yes. This happens a lot with. Let's see if this works. Make a competition. Hey, that'll be fun. What could you use as a puppet asset? Maybe like that channel that Dolphin sent, Heartwing. They use like a regular doll, but they modify the hair and make the clothes. But I will be very happy to have some competition. I really enjoyed it. So please do. We can share tips and stuff. I could actually send you. Well, I'm not sure if you have a 3D printer, but I could actually send you the files for printing at least the assets, the simple ones, like this one, like this ducky. It feels a bit heavy. I don't know why, but G2Box struggles a lot with OBS. So whenever I try to open it, yeah, it crashes out. How do I do this? Cutout animation is fun too. You'll probably get all the assets from watching a couple of streams and cutting them in Photoshop or stuff. How do I move this? I don't know why, but all the time, whenever I try to open G2Box, which is a software for Uber and drawing and making puppets, it's just a matter of practice. No one's good at making puppets in the first try, I'll tell you that. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, I haven't made the export yet. File, export selection. Wait, maybe I can. Why is it struggling so much for such a simple thing? This shouldn't be that hard. Alright. Well, export selection. I've got the Halo song stuck in my head. Let's go back to it.
But honestly, I don't know if I'll ever change. And honestly, I don't know if you feel the same. And honestly, there is nobody here to blame for all the things I want and all that I don't. But honestly, I don't care that you went away. And honestly, I don't care that you didn't say. And honestly, I don't care if you never say that everything we did meant nothing to you at all.
There it is.
Right now I'm doing just as good as before, and now I'm doing
Yeah. I don't know why. Whenever I duplicate something, it has this weird glitch where the face is upside down. But well, let's see. Maybe I can just. Maybe it's just gonna go away once I hollow this out. No.
But honestly, I don't know if I'll ever change. And honestly, I don't know if you feel the same.
Terrible.
And honestly, there is
Can't
nobody here to
hold
blame
with
for all
thickness.
the things I want and all that I don't.
there's something wrong with the piece. Yes, heavy music is a big classic. Right, go out. Alright, let's see. Delete everything. Now let's see. This works. Mesh booleans union. What?
Walk right beside you, show you just who I am. You know, I would.
Right, feels better.
Memories we may fade. I realize you'll never be the same. Why can't you see?
Feels slightly polygonal, but it's gonna print very small. It's gonna be like this size. So hopefully it's not gonna be a problem. Selection. Ducky. P2. To go. Right, so now we can put it here. Much better. This is gonna be a really quick print. How long does it take? Let's see. Yeah, it's a 1 hour print.
Just a fine. Oh no, I found you again. Hello, waiting for you. What am I to do? What am I to do when you're gone? When you're gone, when you're gone. And this overdue voices calling to voices that I knew all alone. When you're gone, my hands reach up onto my face, and I don't feel a thing, and I never realized. Na 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 na. I get guess I just lost my husband, I don't know where he went. So I'm gonna drink my money, I'm not gonna pay his rent. I got a brand new attitude and I'm gonna wear it tonight. I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna start a fight. No, 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 I wanna start a fight. No, 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 I wanna start a fight. So what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock moves, and I don't need you. And guess what? I'm having more fun. And now that we're done, I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm alright, I'm just fine. And you're a two, so what? I am a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't want you to know.
Alright.
The waiter just took my table and gave it to Jessica Six. I guess I was sick when drunk, boy, at least you know how to hit. What if the song's on the radio, then somebody's gonna die? I'm gonna get in trouble, my ex will start a fight. No, 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 he's gonna start a fight. No, 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 we're all gonna get in a fight. So what? I'm still a rock star. I've got my rock moves, and I don't need you. And guess what? I'm having more fun. And now that we're done, I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm alright, I'm just fine. And you're a two, so what? I am a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't want.
Alright, so yeah, I feel like this is ready to print.
You weren't there, you never.
Just quickly save this. Right now the
That's not fair. I gave you life.
yeah, I'll save it here. Right now the microphone must still be printing, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to print this tonight, but I might print it tomorrow morning.
I've got my rock moves, and I don't need you. And guess what? I'm having more fun. And now that we're done, I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm alright, I'm just fine. And you're a two, so what? I am a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't want you tonight. Don't know, whoa. I don't want you tonight. You weren't there. I'm gonna show you tonight. I'm alright.
Alright, so that's set.
And you're a two, so what? I am a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't want you tonight.
Alright then, so I guess we could end it at that tonight, unless there's something else you would like to check out. But what is that? Why is there one? What's that little window back here? Get out. No, that's not in my screen. Cheeto box is being weird again. Yes, it's Cheeto box being weird. Alright, let's give me a second.
All the lights going dark and my hopes destroyed. Help me. Is anybody there? Is anybody there?
Alright, so that was fun. We managed to finish this guy. One of its eyes got stopped being black, I don't know why. But I can hide this guy. Go into
Calling out Mayday.
there it is.
Calling out Mayday.
Alright then, so I guess we could call it a night for today. Is there anything else you'd like to see, chat, talk, show?
It's so dark,
I'd be happy too, but I guess we could start getting ready to leave. Oh, I'm running out of battery. Alright, so we got ducks. We saw all of Romance work, which was great. We also saw a little Lego animation, which was fun. And I guess that's enough for tonight then. Alright, let me check who am I gonna raid tonight. Who have we got? Alright, so this is gonna be more of a pet peeve, but I'm gonna throw you two for now. Alright, I'll be waiting. Alright, so I know I usually will go with smaller streamers, but you know, Hakos Bales is playing Phoenix Wright, and I love that game, so I'm gonna throw you at Hakos playing Phoenix Wright. So I don't even know. I think Hololive members don't even like they don't acknowledge raids, right? I'm not sure unless it's from Hololive themselves, but it's fine. I'll just throw you at Hakos Bells then. No particular raid message, just say hi, I guess, and see you later then. Or yeah, a raid message could be objection. Anyway, all right. Thanks for stopping by tonight. See you most likely on Tuesday. I'm gonna start preparing stuff for our next Saturday animation. So be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, see you later. Say hi to Bay and see ya. Let me go quickly to my ending screen. Alright, bye bye.
Now and then I think of when we were together. Like when you said you felt so happy you could die. Told myself that you were right for me, but felt so lonely in your company. But that was